Fox 8 News, awarded Best Newscast in America. Fox 8 Morning Edition starts now.
Well, thanks for joining us on this New Year's Eve. I'm Greg Adeline.
And I'm Shelley Brown. Yeah, 2015 coming to an end, and most people not seeing rain, but there are some spotty showers in some spots.
Yeah, let's check in with Shelby Latino for details. And Shelby, is this New Year's Eve going to be a washout for us?
Not a washout, thank goodness. It has been a rainy couple of days. Yesterday, we saw a lot of heavy rain in the morning, but take a look. We're just seeing a few spotty showers. That really heavy rain has pushed far to our east. Now moving into Panama City, we're seeing a lot of cloud cover, but also those spotty showers this morning. I'll zoom in so you can see where we're talking about. We are seeing a few showers moving through Independence, Amite, up near Franklinton, seeing a couple of sprinkles as well. These are very light in nature. You can tell by that very light shade of green. Gramercy, you could see a shower or two here in the next 5 or 10 minutes if you're heading out the door. But don't be fooled by the dry skies if you're not seeing rain this morning. Spotty showers are expected to continue throughout the day, so you may run into some rain later on. You'll probably want to have that rain jacket just in case. Here's a look at your temperatures. 52 in Hammond, 54 in Slidell, 54 right now at the lakefront, and 56 at the airport. Coolest on the map looks like Macomb at 48 degrees right now. Let's take a look at the planner for the rest of the day. This is what it looks like. Chance for rain is going to be diminishing as we get into the late evening hours. That's good news for anybody planning to be outside for New Year's Eve tonight, but do keep in mind there's still a chance of a shower or two around, so have the rain gear just in case you need it. Temperatures aren't going to be going very far, so a chilly afternoon expected. Highs getting to around the mid to upper 50s, and then we'll see those rain chances again diminishing. The winds picking up though, so going to be a chilly night tonight as well. That's your Weather Authority forecast. I'll have more coming up.
All right, thanks Shelby, appreciate it. 6:02 is your time as we take a live look right now. This is Claiborne and I-10. You can see traffic moving along good in this area outside the Smoothie King Center. No problems as you're headed through the CBD this morning. On New Year's Eve, not too much traffic at this hour and really no problems to report, and that is good news. Another check of your traffic is coming up in just a bit.
New this morning, a shooting in New Orleans East leaves a man in critical condition. New Orleans police say someone shot the man just before 1:30 this morning in the 9700 block of Lake Forest Boulevard. Authorities say the man is suffering with a gunshot wound to his upper body. At this time, there is no word on a motive or possible suspects. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers 822-1111. Just into our newsroom this morning, flooding shuts down a major interstate in Missouri. Let's get right on over to Liz in the Alert Center.
And Shelley, we just got word of this. The Missouri Department of Transportation has closed Interstate 55. It's in both directions at the Merrimack River, and this is due to the historic flooding they're dealing with here. New this morning, all of this comes after 9 levees in the St. Louis area have been topped by water and another dozen considered at risk. This interstate shutdown is located just south of St. Louis. A sandbagging operation had been underway to try to keep those lanes open, but near this hour, it just was not enough. And other counties between St. Louis and Jefferson counties already have shut down, including that Interstate 44 over the river. Remember, you can stay up to date with this historic flooding and other areas impacted by all of this on fox8live.com online as well.
In the meantime, lots of folks around here watching the river in our area. Let's get out to Devin Clark, who's live with details on this. What are some of the concerns this morning, Devin?
Well, Greg, you know what the Corps is doing right now is monitoring the river levees to make sure that they are strong enough to deal with the rising river levels. Now, so far, things are pretty calm here, 12.5 feet, but, you know, things can change. They want to make sure that if, in fact, these river levels get too high, that they have a plan in place. So, you know, the water that devastated parts of the Midwest, causing deadly flooding, is making its way down here. Again, last we checked with the National Weather Service here in New Orleans, the river level was at 12.5 feet, and that was at 3 o'clock this morning. Of course, flood stage for us is 17 feet. So while we are well below that right now, we know that the river is expected to continue rising over the next week. The Army Corps of Engineers is monitoring the situation, hoping to prevent any major flooding.
It's a visual inspection. We ride along the top of the levee and look both sides looking for erosion or problems on the riverside, and then seepage or sand balls on the protected side. We do have a few spots of seepage that we're tracking. As the river rises, we do expect that to increase, and we'll be out there monitoring that.
Now, the Corps says it's not taking any chances. If the rising river does become a threat to homes and businesses in our area, they will open up the Bonnet-Carré spillway, and that will allow some of the water from the river to flow into Lake Pontchartrain and hopefully relieve some of this pressure so that we won't see any major flooding in our area. Reporting live from downtown near the Mississippi River, Devin Clark, Fox 8 News.
And of course, you can stay up to date on the rising rivers in the Midwest and closer to home on fox8live.com and see an extensive slideshow of the catastrophic flooding impact in Missouri and Illinois. Well, the state insurance commissioner warns of an approaching deadline for victims of flooding last spring. People whose property was damaged because of heavy rains between May 16th and June 16th have 280 days to file a proof of loss form to FEMA. That means people who flooded on May 16th have until January 16th to file that form.
Authorities investigate right now after a double shooting in the St. Roch neighborhood left one man dead. The NOPD says someone opened fire about 6:30 last night at the 1700 block of Elysian Fields. A 38-year-old victim died at the hospital. A 32-year-old victim was shot several times and we're told is in critical condition. New Orleans police say a couple orchestrated a double murder. Investigators issued an arrest warrant for 33-year-old Ahmed Rainey. They say take a good look. If you know where he is, you are urged to call Crime Stoppers. Rainey's girlfriend, Gilda Woodridge, turned herself into police yesterday. They say she is not cooperating with investigators. Monday night shooting happened at the Hidden Lake apartment complex in New Orleans East. 24-year-olds Daniel Millen and Vernon Lewis were both shot several times and died at the scene.
And just a quick reminder, today is the deadline for the state's tax amnesty program. People who owe back taxes have an opportunity to resolve their debt, pay 83% of the interest accrued, and 67% of the penalties due. You can head to the links page on fox8live.com or our free Fox 8 News app for more information.
So far, the weather's cooperated for festivities leading up to the Sugar Bowl tomorrow. Tens of thousands of people are expected downtown in New Orleans tonight on New Year's Eve. The show kicked off last night with a free concert from Grammy Award-winning artist Usher. A lot of our co-workers were there. He performed for about 2 hours, all part of an effort to get more tourists into the area for the New Year's Eve celebration. And visitors we spoke with seemed to like what they saw.
It's the best place I've ever been for New Year's Eve as far as just the whole vibe. Everyone's so excited. It's so family friendly even. I love it.
The NOPD says it will boost their manpower in the 8th District, which includes the French Quarter, the CBD, parts of the Marigny. You'll also see more state police presence. If you do not like big crowds, you'll maybe want to try the Marigny instead. Crescent Park will be open until about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Tourism leaders, meanwhile, say the visitors in town for the Sugar Bowl and New Year's Eve helped the city finish 2015 strong and start off 2016 the right way. They say when all the numbers are in, they expect to see an increase in both the number of tourists and how much they spent while in town during 2015. Now, accolades for the city keep pouring in.
This year we have been listed as a top destination in a number of publications. Just to mark a few here, FODARS recommended us as one of the 20 best places to celebrate the New Year's. Condé Nast Traveler ranked New Orleans number 5 on the magazine's list of best big cities in the U.S. We've had Travel and Leisure name New Orleans as one of the world's 30 friendliest cities. We know that's a fact each and every day.
Tourism leaders say the local film industry is booming. 41 films were at least partially shot in New Orleans in 2015. Let's check in with Shelby Latino for the very latest on this rainy weather this New Year's Eve. Hopefully it'll dry up soon, Shelby.
Yeah, hopefully so. We are drying up a little bit compared to yesterday, but still some lingering showers, some of those pesky showers going to be hanging out with us for the rest of this year, which is really just the rest of today. Let's take a look. We've got that heavy rain that's pushed well to our east now. A couple of showers still off to our west, but if we zoom in, we can see a couple of those sprinkles making their way through through our area right now, moving over Independence and Franklinton rather, seeing some showers, and we're also seeing a little sprinkle over Gramercy right now. But other than that, we're dry. Just don't let it fool you. Don't walk out the door without the rain jacket today, because we will be seeing spotty showers for the rest of the day. If you want to keep up with what's going on, of course, you can download our Fox 8 weather app, but you can also keep in touch with me. Let me know if you're seeing rain out there right now or later in the day. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can shoot us an email. You know where to find us. So this is what we're looking at on water vapor. This is a way to show you kind of why we've been seeing this dreary pattern in the weather. This big trough that we're seeing right here is helping to set up sort of a southwesterly flow. That's drawing in moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, just south of Texas there, and that's bringing that moisture over southeast Louisiana and into Mississippi as well. That's why we've seen these cloudy days. That's why we've seen the rain over the past couple of days, and that's why it's continuing. So this is what your 24-hour planner looks like. Of course, by the end of this 24-hour planner, we're into a new year. This is what it looks like, though. Temperatures not going very far. We're going to stay in the 50s most of the day. We will see a few showers out there, and it'll be mostly cloudy today. Tonight, a chance for showers continues, so do keep in mind that we have that chance. I don't expect everyone. In fact, I expect most people will not see rain tonight, but there is that chance, so keep it in mind. Bring the rain gear just in case tonight. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Temperatures going to be really taking a tumble as we head into the new year. 51 degrees is what it looks like for a high tomorrow. 40s, struggling to get out of the 40s on Saturday. We do keep a rain chance in there for tomorrow, also for Saturday and Sunday, but notice it's much lower, and we even may see some peaks of sun on Sunday. More sunshine expected Monday, and as we head into early next week, those temperatures will start to warm up just a little bit. That's a look at your Weather Authority forecast. We'll have more coming up.
All right, Shelby, thank you. His mother has been deported, but the affluenza teen remains in Mexico. The latest developments in the story coming up.
Plus, Donald Trump ends 2015 with a bang. Well, look at what the GOP presidential candidate is planning to do next year.